New year, new you. Today we're gonna be talking about the hottest makeup trends for 2024. If you feel like you are in a makeup rut right now and you are looking for some inspiration, then maybe one of these new looks will be perfect for you. Watch until the end because there's also gonna be a giveaway. Let's go. Trend number one is going to be incorporating the color blue into our eye looks. So clearly I was inspired when I was researching this video, right? I was clearly inspired. Blue eyeshadow first became popular in the 1960s, and one of the first pioneers to wear it was Barbie in 1959. The original doll actually wore a pop of blue eyeshadow. I was born in the 80s, but I remember all my Barbies having blue eyeshadow on. Like, I actually remember it. Barbie was a huge inspiration in my makeup career, and I remember like analyzing the makeup looks of my Barbie dolls, and blue was a staple. It was reborn again in the 80s and 90s, and now again in 2024. Last year we saw this surge of the mermaid core aesthetic. It was trending all over social media. That look was very whimsical and very young. It consisted of a blue, green, and purple pearlescent color scheme. I think this year that look is going to be evolved into something a bit more mature. We are already seeing this on certain celebrities like Selena Gomez on social media. We're already seeing it pop up everywhere. The nice thing with this look is that there's a lot of variation with it. You can do a smoky eye where the blue goes all the way around if you're more bold. You can do a blue smoked out lash line under the eyes like what I did today. You can do it as a pop of color on the inner tear duct, or you can simply do it as a graphic liner. I like this a lot because even though blue is a cool tone, I find that it works for a lot of different people. It looks beautiful, of course, on cool toned women, but there's also something so magnetic about how it looks on warm brown or even dark brown eyes. The contrast of it is incredibly beautiful. There are so many shades and levels of blue, from bright jewel tones to pastel to navy, which is more of like a neutral. So you can have a lot of fun with this trend. Even if you're not daring, you can use a navy, which is kind of a neutral, and you can replace like your black liner for a navy liner. You can still rock this trend, but in a way that's a little bit more comfortable, less daring. Trend number two is the grungy eye makeup. This is a throwback to the early 2000s. It's this party girl, don't care too much aesthetic. This is drastically different than the style that has dominated the last 2 years. In the last 2 years, all we saw was the clean girl aesthetic, right? Just in case you need a reminder, you probably don't, but just in case you do, the clean girl look consisted of minimal base makeup, super glowy skin, fluffy brows, and a soft and subtle wing. It was ultra girly and soft. I did like a whole tutorial on it. It was a huge trend. This newer grunge aesthetic, which I really think is gonna pop up more and more as the year goes on, definitely has a lot more edge. It's the opposite of the previous trend. People are clearly bored, right? It's the complete opposite. So people are clearly bored. What I'm finding interesting about this new trend is that there is some variation in its execution. Some people are doing it like a smoky eye where it's diffused but still neat and tidy. And then some people are doing it in a much more sloppy way. It kind of proves that you don't have to be super experienced makeup wearer to pull this off, because the messy vibe is the vibe of this look. If you want some more inspiration for this, go look at Kourtney Kardashian's Instagram last year. She went full grunge, okay? This was her entire aesthetic, both in fashion and in makeup. So part of me wonders, since the Kardashians have such an influence on our beauty trends, if this movement was partially influenced by that. Not to go on and on about this, but you can even see the evolution of this look taking over in the newest product launches, right? Huda Beauty just launched their Pretty Grunge eyeshadow palette. We also saw these colors in the Morphe Share the Secret 9 Pan Artistry palette. That palette is sold out everywhere. I tried to buy it, couldn't find it. So people are obviously enjoying those more dramatic, deep shadow tones. Moving right along to trend number three. Trend number three is satin finish skin. Last year, the skin was dewier than I have ever seen it before. There was that glazed donut skincare thing that Hailey Bieber started. The glass skin keyword was trending like crazy too. It was just massive. I was really into it until I wasn't, like most trends, right? The thing with very glossy skin is that it works for very few people. So for one, you need perfect skin. You cannot have a single pimple, any texture or wrinkles, because if you do, it's just not flattering. It really illuminates those things. Radiance is super flattering, but the level of radiance that we took it to was verging on like oily and sweaty looking, right? Do you guys agree? I actually got several comments about that last year, and I see it now. I actually can't unsee it now. Even sometimes I look back at how I did my makeup last year in some videos and I'm like, oh, too sweaty looking. Can't unsee it now. Another thing that I don't love about it is that it's not a long wear makeup look. It will last a few hours at most on most people's skin types, right? And then it will either rub off because it's so slippery, or it will get way too oily looking, like you'll instantly turn into an oil slick. So I think because it didn't work for a lot of people, it has started to die out. And at the end of 2023, we saw the surge of cloud skin. Now, cloud skin is great because it's not dull and flat. It's not ultra matte like what we saw in 2018, but it's not overly dewy or reflectively highlighted either. It's a satin finish that looks very natural. I like this finish a whole lot. I really do. I love natural skin. I love highlights and dewiness when placed in strategic areas, but I don't love an overly oily look on the entire face. This is the best of both worlds. It's radiance meets matte. Just as a side note, you can always see what's trending again by looking at product launches. So Kosas, for example, even released an entire cloud skin complexion bestsellers kit. That is marketing at its finest right now. Jump on the trend while it's getting hot. If you guys want me to do a tutorial on how to get a cloud skin finish and which products are best for that, let me know in the comments section below and I will definitely do that for you. Trend number 4 is a more natural brow. So for the last couple of years, we've been seeing a fluffy brow taken to the absolute extreme. Brow lamination was huge last year. These brows were pointed up to the sky and they were shellacked on the face, right? Those babies were glued down. We saw loads of very high hold brow gels popping up everywhere, like the NYX Brow Glue and the Anastasia Beverly Hills, the Brow Freeze Extreme Hold Gel. Influencers were even using Got2b hairspray on their brows. If you don't know what that is, it's an insane hairspray with literally rock hard hold. It's often used to glue lace wigs onto the skin. Like it's used as a glue. So I'm not kidding when I say like rock hard hold. My feelings towards this trend from last year and the year before, my feelings are confusing because my brows are not thick enough to do this. It's literally impossible for me to pull this off. I've tried it a million different ways with a million different products and I don't have enough hair. So part of me feels like maybe I'm just jealous and secretly hate this look because of that. But part of me thinks that this will be the puffy bridal sleeves of the 80s situation, okay? It's going to scream the 2020s and we will cringe when we look back at the beauty photos of this era, okay? Mark my words, this trend is going to die a horrible death because it's just so extreme. Whenever anything is super extreme, it dates the look a lot, right? What I really think we're gonna be seeing as we move into this year, and what I'm already seeing, is the birth of a much more natural brow. I still think they are going to be fluffy, but I don't think they're gonna be glued down for much longer. They're definitely not going to be ombre and extremely dark like they were in 2018, 2019 timeline, or super thin like the 90s, right? They're just going to be natural, well-groomed, full, and natural. Literally the brow of my dreams that I will never get. Never. Now, if you want to enter the giveaway, what you need to do is answer this question. What color is being forecasted to dominate the makeup looks of 2024? Were you paying attention? The answer was in the video. I need you to answer that in the comment section of this video and then head over to my Instagram, follow me there and comment entered on the makeup trends post. The winner will be announced on Instagram on February 15. There will be a post on there with your name if you want. This video is over.